here in Orlando at Walt Disney World. So today I had a class. There was 9 of you guys come into my class, and it was an awesome class. Got to meet some pretty cool people, and we got to. So I did my normal spiel, and mine went for about 3 hours, and then Bobby did his, and that went for another 2.5 hours. And then we did some hands on. The hands on wasn't as much as I normally do because we did a lot of talking about marketing, talking about how to be successful at the end of the day. And that is what is the most important thing. So Bobby talked to these guys about, um, I mean, it was a fire hose. It was a ton of information. I left it up to the guys in the class. And so I was like, Bobby's like, can I got another 30 minutes? And I said, well, ask these guys because they're the ones paying for it. And if you want it, then you can have it. So it was pretty cool. Um, it was definitely a lot of information of how to start and grow a pressure washing business. And that is the key. So, with that, what's up, everybody? We got Mr. George. Happy New Year to you. I hope 2021 is going to be a great year for a lot of people. I do believe that 100%. And so it is, it's going to be a fun year. What up? Happy New Year to all. Jason, starting to work on my GMB. Anything I should look out for other than just doing it? Yeah, making sure we get those pictures up there, getting it done. You know, make sure that we're posting. You can do some posts and then start working on your citations and getting all your citations done. There are some definitely things you can do. What up, Jason? Rainy and muggy in Kentucky. Well, it's a little chilly down here. Like it was 67 today. So actually, it was 72 here in Orlando. But tonight it had cooled down a little bit. I think tomorrow's only going to be a high of 67. Should you build your own website or pay someone? Good question. Um, if you know how to do it and willing to learn how to do it, it's not that hard. You can do it. You can pay people to do it. I've paid people off of Fiverr to build a website before. I think I paid like 50, 60, $75 for it. And it's still up today. Christmas Light Cincinnati was up there at 250. You can use freelancer.com's another one, Upwork, all of those places. In all honesty, even some of these guys are paying that you're paying people, a couple $1,000s to build them. At the end of the day, that's where most of these people are buying these websites off of the places like that, and they're the ones that are doing it. So if you're willing to do the work of finding a good, putting it out there, you can have them built for fairly, 500, 250, $500, and as long as you got some guidelines is what I would tell you. Go find some sites that you kind of like and say, I want something like, I don't want this exact site, but I want something like it. If you, I like Divi, Divi as a website builder. And so, if I was a person of, hey, I want it built in WordPress and this here, then find somebody like that. Got the ball, very cool. Oh, got the ball valve, awesome. Yep. I know it got shipped out a couple days late. Russ called me and was like, it's going to get shipped out. So I know it was a little bit behind. Um, let's go 2021. Need to increase my capacity on the equipment side this season. If I'm not too savvy building wise, you think spending 8,000 on a plug and play setup is worth it? I guess it depends on what kind of plug and play you're talking about. Looks like you all are on a great vacation at the beach. It hasn't been. It's been pretty nice, and the weather's been great. Google My Business is still pending. It's been 3 months. Any tips? I would maybe try to. That's going to be a tough one. I mean, the things I would try is try to get a hold of Google My Business. I might even try to do another one. I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. Aim high. What's up, guys? What about having a demo video that you have a client look at before you do an estimate? That is a great idea. I know some people that do this and are very successful with it. You can actually have a demo of, hey, this is how to do the next process. Hey, if you fill out this, this is what's going to happen. And then, I know somebody that actually sends out an email that says, hey, this is what the system that we use, da 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 da, everything along those there. So them are definitely some things you can do in video form. And, because people will like to see that, and you're educating the customer. And when you educate the customer, nobody else is doing that. That sets you apart. And that is some things that you can do to definitely set yourself apart from a customer. What's the next step after $100,000 a year? Keep trying to add new customers or focus on previous customers. 100,000 is great for our part-time business. I would. That's a tough decision to make there. I mean, I would probably keep trying to add customers. Obviously, I would focus on the previous customers because that's a lot cheaper to focus on the previous customers. And then the other thing is keep raising that average price up, and I mean that's what you want to do. Should you skip a purple house on 5 rounds? If it has a blue door, then probably so. God bless you, sir. Well, thank you, Will. Do you think Google Ads is the best and fastest way to grow? My personal opinion, yes. If you got a wallet to open it up, that's the best way to grow it. Fastest way. This is not my ideal, but I've seen it in the Facebook pages. Well, it's probably cleaning headstones and monuments. Yeah, you can. You got to be. I mean, the professional way to do it is kind of hard. It ain't. You're not really supposed to use bleach, but I know people that do. $8,000 rig from Arkansas Soft Wash. They're 5.5 gallon PM and a soft wash 12-volt system. Comes with tanks, all plumbed, etc. Seems easier than ordering all parts separate and trying to figure it out. Yeah, and he's a good dude to deal with. Is a CRM really needed starting out? Yes, because that's data and information that you will not have and you will not ever be able to get back. And so that's why it is definitely worth its time. Jason, can I build my setup with all the floating barrels? A 30 gallon for bleach, 20 for soap, 20 for degreaser, and 200 for holding for pressure washer, and the other for soft washer. I don't know what you're trying to ask there. Probably. The only stupid question is the one you never asked. That is 100% right. Christina found a property near us with a horse stalls and soccer goal with pool. Just saying. My wife is laughing at you right now. Hope everyone is doing great. Mr. Dan, love your info and the way you help others. Hey Dan, have you got to bring your daughter home? I don't think you have yet. We're still praying for it. If it hasn't, I know that hotel room, Disney animation. Yep, nice background. You like it? I even got my wife sitting here, so that's the better half. I need a better way of downstreaming. I'm using 5 gallon bucket at the moment. I want to draw from my SH tank formed by my mixing manifold system, but how can I add soap to the line? Just put the soap in the bleach tank and be done with it. I was thinking the same thing. Jason, you look tired and sound tired. I'm very tired. I went for 3, 4 hours in the morning of straight teaching, and then I went, Bobby did his thing for 2.5 hours, and then I went back for another hour, hour and a half, 2 hours of teaching the outside stuff. And then we went out to eat, and I didn't even talk much there. Bobby did a lot of the talking there. What CRM do you recommend? Pick one. There's not one that's going to be better than the other one. There's cheaper ones, there's higher ones. There's going to be some that's going to be good. There's none that's going to be perfect. All you need to know about plumbing is paydays on Fridays. Don't stick your hand in your mouth, and crap runs downhill. But if you stick your hands in your mouth, it'll make sure that you're immune to the dirt, and you won't have to worry about sickness that way. Should I put the truck Should I put the truck I use to pull my rig in the business name we have an LLC? It doesn't really matter. I hope 2021 brings me success. All I've done, all I've been doing is trying to build my rig on the back of my 250. Well, if you put a lot of time into building your rig and you take that time and you triple that time and put it in marketing, you will be successful, because that is what makes us successful. What does not make us successful is the rig we have, the equipment we have, any of that kind of stuff. What really makes us successful is the time we put in marketing. And a lot of times we put a lot of stuff in marketing. It feels like we don't do nothing and it's not really moving the needle. But in the long run, that is what's going to move the needle bigger than anything else. Okay. Glad my ride along didn't do you in. No, I was tired from that, but between that and this, I'm pretty tired. Jason, the Marble Institute of America has a publication on cleaning marble that allows bleach. Good publication to have in your arsenal. Gotcha. Gotcha. I've always used bleached on them anyway. I just know I was researching them there for a little bit because I had a customer that was wanting me to do it on Memorial Day weekend on a Sunday to go clean these headstones. And so I did some studying on them, but I priced them and they didn't like my price. Hey, Jason, should I XJet, soft wash, or downstream? Um, I think Ray will know that question the best. Ray really likes those questions too. So up here at Spray Wash Academy, he really gets good at those questions. Um, Happy New Year's. Two questions. What is the best 8 gallon machine in your opinion? An 8 gallon machine with the. I like the Honda, but you can do the one with the Kohler. I like the Kohler motor too. And second, do you think I should advertise on YouTube for my power washing business? Thank you. I don't know of anybody having success with the ad side of thing on YouTube. I mean, I think you can do some YouTube videos with talking about it and putting it on your website, and that can help you out. But to actually do YouTube ads, you would have to you'd have to find questions of your area of how to pressure wash and then show up for those ads probably. You guys have success in sending unsolicited bids. Do you call first and talk to a decision maker? On that question, if you knew the decision maker, you're probably not going to get the unsolicited bid. Most of the time, you're giving the unsolicited bid just to try to find the decision maker. A lot of times, you don't always know the decision maker on that. Yes, you should do all three, is what Ray said about should you soft wash, power wash, downstream, or XJet. When are you going to have Ray on with you on a Sunday night live? Ryan, it's like you're looking into a glass crystal ball. He will be on here next Sunday night. Next Sunday night. The reason why I didn't have nobody on tonight is because I'm at the hotel room and I don't have no way of getting the stuff. I could have, but it would have been a lot of work. And so and I didn't even know if I was going to get back in time. I just got back to the room about 20 or 30 minutes ago. Traffic whipping up. Got to go later. See you, man. But yeah, so Ray will be on here next Sunday night. He will be um, telling us how. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Got 2 house washes tomorrow, advertised by the neighbor. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ray is the man. That will be a great one. No green screen in the hotel. No green screen in the hotel. No computer. Um, Lots of things makes it difficult to do. So that is one thing that I definitely haven't done. I have done some guests when I was actually thinking about doing a guest here, but I ended up getting back. Awesome. I look for it. I will be there. Got our goals tracking system underway. Nice. And you all should be doing the same thing. Make sure you have your goals set. Make sure you're starting to break those goals down. Obviously, I know some of you can't start working right now, but just because we can't work doesn't mean we can't get our goals set and start doing some other goals. Maybe your goals are I'm going to start doing Google Posts. I'm going to post 6 Google Posts a month or 12 Google Posts a month. And so these are some things that we can do so that way we can start getting our marketing. Maybe one of your goals is I'm going to do LinkedIn and I'm going to invite 10 friends or invite 10 property managers a day. And so every day you can do that. You can do that in the cold time. You can do that in the off season. In fact, that is one of the best times to do this stuff is when you're down and not doing nothing. Getting in the Facebook groups of these other groups doesn't help your business. I know you want to think it does, but it doesn't at the end. Now, what could help your business is getting in these Facebook groups of your local Facebook groups. Hey, who's the Bob the Builder? Well, here's Billy Bob is a good Bob the Builder. Hey, who is this? This person does that. And so this is what we want to do so that way we can keep growing our business and we can be successful at the end of the day. This is definitely a time to do that kind of stuff. Now, if you get in the other Facebook groups, it can go down big, long rabbit holes, and that does nobody good at the end of the day. But these are some things, maybe we work on our blogs. What about arguing with other pressure washers? That really helps you out a lot. Not. So, this is something that, if you can work on your blog, you can start going through your photos you took this past year and putting them in Google My Business, putting them on your blog, putting them in different places. This all takes time. That this is a great time to do it now. Now, it's not, is it easy and is it fun and is it sexy? No, it is not. It sucks. So this is some things that you have to do to be able to go out there and do it. If you're not willing to go out there and take the time to do it, then you're not going to be successful at the end of the day. This is a time right now when we're in downtime that hey, I'm going to write a blog a week. I'm going to take the photos that I took at this job and I'm going to do a blog a week. And that's what you do. You go out there and do that. Or, I'm going to make sure I got 100 photos and they're all named and all of that kind of stuff. Guess what? I'm going to do all that right now. This is the time to be doing that stuff because when the season starts, you're not going to want to do that kind of stuff. You're not going to be wanting to, you're going to be busy and you don't have time to do the marketing. And when this is the time you do marketing now, this will be huge when spring comes and when you start getting ranked and you get more ranked and you get more ranked. And so that is the goal because guess what? Nobody else is doing it. So when you do it and nobody else is doing it, that's going to make you come up and that's going to make you get to the next level. And that's going to be able to get you to that you can start closing higher jobs and get booked out 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks at a time. This is the time that we got to do it is now. This is a good time. Like I say, getting on LinkedIn, learning how to, and if you don't know how to do something, learn how to do it and figure it out. And that is the key at the end of the day. If you don't know how to do And don't pick them all. You don't have to pick Facebook, LinkedIn, all of them, but pick one of them. Pick one of them, learn it, be good at it, do it every day. And that way, when the spring comes, you have already made a habit of doing it every day. And when you make a habit, you can keep it, it'll keep going and not just be like, I'm tired, I don't want to do it no more. Because when you do that, it's not going to happen at the end of the day. Miss Beth. I have the Kohler Command 19. Is a okay? I don't know if the 19 is big enough. It might be. I don't remember which one it is. What is the link to go to for you coming out to host? Whoa. I think it's pressurewashhelp.com/hosting. I don't remember what it is exactly. Um, who needs a green screen with that in the background? Working on my way through Pressure Wash Help, taking tons of note, extremely informational. Awesome. What do you all do with the sludge at the bottom of the driveway after you surfed or cleaned it? Spray it off. Um, is it a waste of money to pay for ads in the winter in Michigan? I probably wouldn't. You can. There's people that I know that do, just for any scragglers, but I probably wouldn't. What? Arguing with other pressure washing Facebook doesn't help? Nope. Do you do window cleaning? Is it really worth adding to my business? I like the exterior window cleaning because it's something that we can add $100 to $200 to our ticket, so that way we can get more money and move it up the scale. What is your opinion on dumpster pad cleaning? Thinking about adding it to my business. I appreciate everything. I don't like it. It sucks. It's nasty. It's dirty. We had a contract that we were going a couple of different states, and I mean, we were making money with it, but it wasn't worth our time. Listen to Jason. Who has downtime? My problem was that I posted as fast as I washed instead of having a backlog of material to consistently upload. And here's the thing about that, MTH. You can also post different things. Even if you posted it up there once, you can post different pictures of it, different ways, all different kinds of things, and add different content to it. Made contact with another pressure washer in my county this past weekend. Great comparison of notes and encouragement to each other. We also made sure we are close on pricing, not the $99 gun. That's a good thing. Sign question: 12 by 18 or 18 by 24? Is it worth it to spend the extra money on the 18 by 24? I think so, but I don't. I mean, I like the bigger signs. Ray Burke, tell the next joke of the night. Next door. I have a Kohler Command 19. Is an 8 gun fun? I think it is. If you budget 8,000 to spend on marketing for the year and you have no knowledge of Google Ads, where should I spend it? Signs, Google My Business, reviews, working currently. No knowledge of Google Ads. Where should I spend it? I mean, I would do signs in Google Ads. Booster air for roof cleaning. Pick one. Do you have any videos of how to clean pool cages? I will here shortly. Hello, new member. Thank you for what you do, Jason. Looking forward to getting ready in the spring. Hey, Jason, you set up my Google Ads page last year. We had good results. We want to increase our leads this year. Could you do a paid 30-minute consultant call for a few questions? Yes. The answer is yes. You mean threatening someone with a ghost account on Facebook only to be found out it turned into local police is bad? Are Google ads worth it? It's cost me $70 to $100 per customer acquisition. Well, what's the lifetime value of that customer worth to you? And again, this is why we don't be the $99 guy. This is why we got to be the $300 guy, $400 guy. This is why we got to get our average ticket up to $500-$600 of average ticket. That's how we grow a business. Yard signs in January in Pensacola, probably. I'd say you can clean down there and work. Ryan, the link to request a host is a training. What was that supposed to mean? It didn't.
Yeah, there's a link. If you open that,
Oh,
one,
is
the
there?
link's there.
What's the law on having bleach run off into a city drains on the road? Is it like a big deal? Technically, yes, there is, but in Cynthiana, there's probably nobody gonna give a rat's tail. Now you get into Lexington. I know that in Lexington we did a big job down there that was at the Keebler plant, and we couldn't let anything run off the thing. So, but that was at Keebler. I all the other jobs that I ever did in Lexington, I never had no issues with it. We love signs. Best pressure washer for beginning starting. I would probably go with a 5.5 gallon machine on the smaller motor. You can get it for about $1,800. That's going to be your best for a starting machine. What kind of paperwork needs for commercial work cleaning? So, some things you're going to need. Usually, you're going to have to show your insurance. You're going to have to show, if you have employees, you might have to show workers' comp. You're going to have to do a W 9. So, you'll have to go on to the IRS website and download a W 9 form and fill out that W 9 form for them a lot of times. It sounds harder than it is. It's really not that hard, but it's things that you have to do. And so you just fill it out, and that's so that way they can send you tax papers and all that good stuff at the end of the year that you have to give to your CPA and deal with all that crap. But that's about it. When you give a bid, a lot of times, like if you have, there's a couple things that if you do the bid, it'll automatically send the insurance and pictures and all that kind of stuff to help get that bid and win the bid. I washed full time all of 2020. I have a 5 gallon. Should I upgrade to 8 or use the money for marketing? I'm going to tell you probably use that money for marketing. Marketing is probably the biggest thing I'm going to push. I'm not a big gear guru of keep upgrading the gear. I'm going to be more of let's get profitable and let's get more money coming in. And the way we do that is not by getting more equipment. How we do that is by putting more money in marketing. And let's have a big marketing budget. If we have a big marketing budget, then I'm good with spending money in gear at that point. Are you still doing website reviews from Vicky? I do some. I don't know if I've had any people put up the review link. If I think I don't remember what the even review link was. What insurance company have you found to be the best to cover pressure wash company? That's going to depend on location. That's going to depend on if people will cover you. Some places I know have been having problem getting covered, and that kind of stuff. If you're in the tri-state area, if you're in Kentucky, Ohio, or Cincinnati, you can go to pressurewashhelp.com/insurance and fill out that form, and Matt Zinzer can help you out from there. How did you stop the runoff? I just put mats over the drains and then I put a pump over and sucked it out. But nothing really even made it to the drain, so I never had to worry about it. You don't have to be a mechanical to grow a pressure washing business. What? You don't need to know about pressure washing? Nope, you don't. Mechanical. I built a dam on sidewalk with a towel and concrete blocks and then push into the grass. Yep, that's exactly right. You can use like a sock, they're called a sock, and do it too. Do you recommend a site company to check your citations in NAP accuracy? Um, I you can I do, but I don't usually give it out on YouTube. Um, Thoughts on the Kingslinger Flowjet 10 gallon? Have you ever used them? Not the Kingslinger, but air diaphragm Flowjet pumps. I have not. I was thinking about building one, just because I've seen them and I like building stuff. Um, the show and give you all the parts and everything. Any special consideration about skylights on roofs and SH drying on it? Yeah, I probably wouldn't let it dry too much on it. I would try to keep especially if it's a roof mix, it could maybe mess them up. I hope you and your family had a Merry Christmas. I am ready to get busy and make this year. Absolutely. But again, if we're slow, this is a good time to make sure that we're doing the things, make sure that we are doing the thing that's going to move the needle. And, whether that's, doing blogs, doing stuff for our website, doing LinkedIn, that we are hammering that stuff daily and we're hammering it all the time, because when we hammer it all the time, when it does pick up, then the momentum will just shoot us a lot farther. I want to add window cleaning this year. How much do the pole cost? You can do it for about 500 to 700 bucks is where you're about at. I don't have the money for marketing next. I'm going to start knocking on doors to get customers. I have a intro in mind, but what do you think about a good short pitch to get someone's attention? I don't know. Hiring my first full-time employee this year. We will be working as a two-man crew. What revenue should I be able to earn with a helper? It depends on your area. It depends on how much you're going to put in marketing. It depends on how much you're going to hustle. Lots of factors there. I mean, you can make anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000. I've gotten guys in their first year do $150,000. I got other people that hit 30,000. Doing a dock tomorrow using F10. What white around window turning yellow? What to do about it? When the first time that happened to me, I about pooped my pants. I was like, what the heck happened here? The plastic turned orange? What I've done, and I don't know what causes it, but it's not it's not fun. But what I know that'll take it off, I had F13, like gutter stuff, and that will remove it. You just want to make sure that you do not allow that gutter stuff to dry on the windows, because that can screw up stuff. That can etch the windows, and if you etch the windows, it's not going to be good for you. Just redid my resin for DI tank window cleaning. Is my favorite add-on. Have you ever washed a slate roof? Not barrel, but actual slate stone. If so, did you use soap or no soap? I used no soap on it. Just sprayed the bleach up on it. Be careful on them, man. I did, and it was an old one, and they were. I mean, I knocked one of them off. Didn't mean to, but you know, it happened. So it can be, some of them old stuff can get bad brittle. Um, can you start with say a Lowe's special equipment as a one man crew to start? And here's what I would tell you, Barry, on that one. I would tell you to rent one from Home Depot until you can buy a decent one. So that you could buy one for, the $1,500 to $1,800, because you could get enough work for 1 to 2 weekends. Rent a 4 gallon a minute or the crappy one, and then that way you can make enough money to buy the good one. I wouldn't buy a cheap one just to get started and then have to upgrade later on. That's what I would do. I was asking what's a good short pitch sounds like for knocking on doors. Um, I'm not a big door knocker fan. Um, can you get business? Yes. Um, but, hey, we're in a neighborhood, you know, I'm hungry. um, what are your thoughts on advertising on LinkedIn? Is it worth it? Thank you. I've never advertised on LinkedIn. I think it might be okay, but LinkedIn, you got to think is more of a networking area. And when you think of it as a networking, that is how you're going to grow your business through LinkedIn. And you can get a lot of commercial on LinkedIn. Is Curry Tech the best hose for Kim? I don't really like the ridge, the stuff with the ridge, the ribs on it, because when you get soap on your hands and then they get tender, and then that they can kind of rub them raw. There's another type that's kind of like a real smooth hose, and I like it better. That way it doesn't hurt your fingers as much. Um, check renting with your local pressure wash store if you have one in your area. Yep. Hey Jody. Thank you. Slate is something I am trying to move pinpoint because Slate typically equals high dollar tickets in my area. Hey, that's a good point. What do you? We rent a 4 gallon a minute and an 18 surface cleaner for $50 a day in my area. And that's the thing. You could go rent that for $50 and go make $8,000 and pay $50 for the rental fee, and then you can do that for 2 or 3 days and make enough money. Did you take out the drone on vacation and get some cool Disney footage? I haven't yet. I don't know if I'm allowed to shoot too much of it here. I'm afraid it gets. I haven't looked and see if it's a no-fly zone or not. I had a few times the white wood trim having yellow spots after SH on them, and after rinsing, so I sprayed LA Awesome laundry detergent, blue mix, and water. And well, yeah, you can. I've used DJ's used LA Awesome to get it off. Make some money, then buy. Stick to marketing first. I agree, Reggie. Is there a good way to get customers through Instagram page? How do I get more followers locally? I don't know. That's one thing that I don't know if I've known anybody to grow a pressure washing business through Instagram. I have a chance to pick up a couple of used car wash 8 gallon minute PSI 1800 PSI for $40. Each seller doesn't know if they work. Would it be worth to try to fix and repair? You're probably going to spend more money on fix and repair that doesn't work. Is Facebook advertising worth it? Well, I know a lot of people that have grown their business on Facebook. How long does it actually start getting good results with Google Ads? Well, if you get them put in, you can get them pretty quick, or it can take a little bit to make sure you're getting your negative keywords, especially if you got a lot of, if you have a lot of competition. I've done decent on door knocking and was expensive homes in Tennessee. You mean you don't need a fancy rig to grow and make money? No, you don't. In fact, you don't need it at all. What PSI for surface cleaner on concrete? You It's like 1200 PSI or something like that. It's a good number. Gutter butter, LA Awesome, premix, good for Kim to sit short term on just to do on the site. I don't know what that was about. But we're talking about marketing, and marketing is probably one of the best thing you can do to grow your business. It is one of the things that if like we were saying, you can go out there, rent your pressure washer, rent everything, and make you $1,000, and you will have nothing in it, and that is definitely something that I would highly recommend. I hate seeing guys go spend all this money on rigs and then can't make no money doing pressure washing because they won't spend a dime in anything. They won't do nothing for marketing. And you wonder why you can't grow your business because you not spend anything in marketing. And if you're not willing to spend anything in marketing, that is, and marketing is the hardest thing to spend money on because a lot of times it's just like money gone, and you don't know if it's going to work. You might go spend $350 on signs and you don't know if it's going to bring you $1 in. You might go put out the first sign and get called by the county and say, hey, you getting fined $200. You don't know. You might put $1,000 in AdWords, and you don't know if it's going to make you money or not. It takes time, and we can figure out that it does. But you can't go spend $200 in AdWords and say, "Oh, it didn't work." Well, did it not work? Did you have a good landing page? Did you have good ads? Did you have good click through rates? Did you have? There's a lot of things that factor in whether what makes something good or not. We can't go out there and do 100 clip flyers and say, "Oh, they don't work." We got to go put out thousands of them, and then we can say, "Hey, it doesn't work," or "Hey, this is the return rate. It's 1%, half a percent." These are some things that you have to do so that way you can make sure that at the end of the day that you are able to grow your business. It's one of those things that and is there one method over another that's going to make and grow your business? No, there's lots of ways to skin a cat. There's more than just one way to skin a cat. There's tons of ways. You just got to find out what's best way works for you and which way that you can learn and go out there and go out and hammer it. Andrew thought your drone was awesome. $2 signs to 5,000 are good ones to buy. Christina says you can come back, we can hang, and the girls can go ride horses, and Andrew can fly drone all day. I can wash to pay for it. How many ads do you run at the same time? And what was your number one lead source? I'm doing Google Ads and Facebook. My number one lead source was Google Ads. And I had several ads. I would have 2 to 3 ads running per ad group. So if I like my ad groups, I have a house washing ad group, I have a pressure washing ad group, I got a power washing ad group, I got a roof cleaning ad group, I got a vinyl siding cleaning ad group, I got a soft wash ad group, and then each ad group has 3 or 4 ads in each ad group, if that makes sense. 9,000 questions with only 10 likes. Come on, you freeloaders, get this man some likes. Jason, so far I've made about 5,000 in 3 months on pressure washing and line striping 2 commercial properties. First time business owner here. Thank you for all your expertise. Awesome. I have a trailer rig. Consider moving to the truck bed. Should I wait until I can buy new equipment and have both setups? Most people I know usually move all their crap over to a truck bed. I did it myself, just because you don't always have that cash to be able to have 2 rigs. Jason, I asked you about call service to carry a second phone number. I'm finally home with a pen and paper. For a call. Are you talking about another place to get a phone line and stuff? If you're talking about that, you can use Phone Wagon. You can use Call Rail. There's one. It's called it's something Gator. It's not Gator Host. That's for website hosting, but it's something like that. How cold is too cold to wash a roof? I really like it to be above 50 to do a roof. Is your trailer build still for sale? Yes, it is. I set up my Google at $200 a day, but it was only getting $50 worth of clicks. Is there a way to get more clicks or more aggressive? Um, yeah, what the biggest question is how much is your individual clicks? If you got individual clicks set at $2, you're never going to spend $200. If and what you can do, if you're looking at it and you go under to the right and it'll say columns, and you can add how much it costs to be the number one spot and to be at the top. So I'll bring them two ads up, or two lines up of, first off, I want to know what the number one click is going to cost me. So first, it'll say first first position, and then the next will say top of page. And so I will click both of those, and that will tell me how much I got to bid to get into those locations, and then that'll tell you if you're going to be able to what you got to do to get that set up. Just a second business number. Yeah, you can use any of those ones I was saying. And another thing you can use is phone barn or barn phone, something with barn and a phone in it. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's phone barn. Number barn is what it's called to get another line. Google Ads is only when someone searches for it, correct? Yes. Can you use warm water during the winter to wash a roof? Yes, because that will raise the temperature of the bleach, which will also help it work better. Does SH Mix collaborate with its percent concentrate toward water? For instance, is a 2% mix 20% chemical and 80% water? Is it 5% mix 50%? If it is 10%, then that is correct. What does your prices in your Google or Facebook ads? What you put prices in your Google or Facebook ads? I don't understand the question. Dude, you look tired. Well, I've taught 9 people how to pressure wash today. That makes me tired. This is Donovan, by the way. Oh, you got new fancy website. Go check out that dude right here. Make sure you subscribe to him, Mr. Gutter Cleaning Contractors. He's going to be putting a lot of good information out there on gutter cleaning. Google ad serves a demand. Facebook ad creates demand, hopefully. I made about $100,000 in 2020. Would it be reasonable to aim for 250 with a helper? How much would I likely need to spend in marketing? If you spent probably $25,000 in marketing, would probably be a good start. 10%. You might need to go to 15, but I would at least start with 25,000 to hit that 250. But you might need to go to about 30 to get to that. So that's a good question there. Hey, I hit 100 people. But yeah, definitely go check out Donovan's channel. We are going to be doing a training in Raleigh come, I believe it's going to be the end of February. Still working on some details out on that, but yes, will be something. And this is something that you will learn when you do a training with us. So I will be there, plus Donovan. Donovan did over $1 million this year. That's right, $1 million this year, pretty much with 3 guys. And so this is something. There will be training we're going to do Christmas lights and pressure washing. It's actually going to be I've made it a 2-day class. So it'll be Friday and Saturday will be pressure washing, and then Saturday, Sunday will be Christmas lights. Basically, the middle day will be it's going to be the gutter side of things. Gutter is in the morning, and then a lot of safety stuff. How to tie off on roofs, how to run aerial lifts, how to set up ladders. And so that's all going to be the safety side of things. It's going to be the last weekend of February, is what I got it set. I hope Donovan's cool with that. So if you go to pressurewashhelp.com/in-person training, we'll be there. Will you have Christmas lights closer training to fall? Yes, I will. Can Donovan do a gutter cleaning on a pool cage gutter? Sounds good to him. How to protect plants when spraying a roof alone? So what I always did, if I did it by myself, how to clean a roof by myself, what I would do is, first thing I do is I go get the water hose and I spray everything very, very good. Like 20 minutes of just spraying nonstop, nonstop spraying water on all the plants and really make sure everything is really soaked down really good. Then I go get my ladder, and what I do before I climb up the ladder is I'll spray everything to the right and everything to the left of the ladder. I go up, spray my bleach left and right, come back down, and then I will spray all my flowers again. Move my ladder, go up the ladder, spray left and right, come back down, rinse left and right on really good. And then after I get done with the whole roof clean, I'll go back and I'll just soak everything for another 15, 20 minutes just to make sure that I'm not going to kill anything. And so that is how I make sure that I don't kill nothing. Pool cage gutters suck. Lots of them in Florida. Not a lot here. So that's what it sounds like. Miles of sidewalk and street gutters to do. Best walk behind unit in your opinion for efficiency. I like the Whisper Wash. 19 inch is what I like. How do most people rent a house after applying SH, XJet, or injector bypass with soap tips? How do most people rent a house? I do with soap tips and just turn the soap off. 65, 11 years quitting job, 30 years building beast trailer, 2 comments, 2 8-gallon minutes, 28 Whisper Wash, 65 this year, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. I went to this training last year in Raleigh. It's great and a lot of information. Plus, you get to network. Networking is key as well, just like marketing. Is the NextJet M5 really good? They're all right. Will SH destroy copper gutters? Yes. It can mess up stuff. It can definitely mess up some stuff. But this is 2021. I hope that everyone is going to have a great year. I hope that everyone has set their goals. I hope that you start implementing your goals. I hope you, because if we start doing stuff and don't have goals, we don't have a target. And when we don't have a target to shoot at, we just shoot at nothing. So to be successful, we definitely want to make sure that we are, shooting at the goals we need to shoot at. And I'm not just talking about monetary goals. I'm talking about, hey, set a goal of how many 5-star reviews you want. Set a goal of how many jobs you want to do. And this way we can break this stuff down and we can make to know what we need to do. We not just, going and doing nothing. And so these are some things that we need to do for sure. And I have some pretty cool guests coming up this year. If you would like to be a guest, definitely message me. I like having even new people on, so that way if you have questions and, that way everything gets done and gets answered. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate you taking the time. I made most money ever last year. Crap. I made the most money ever last year, and it's really fired me up. And that's exactly why I do what I do. So I hope everybody has a good week. I will be back on Thursday night, maybe if I'm back home. I don't know if we're going to make it back home or not. But I hope you all have a good night and have a good week and go out there and kill it. Next week, I will have Ray on, so make sure you want to come and see Ray. Ray's down here in Florida and does it. Zoom call was supposed to be tonight and it got canceled because I wasn't there. So Zoom call will be in 2 weeks. So that is definitely something to make sure that you see it. So hope you all have a good night and I'll see you later.